and its element authority and accountability. Authority means power to take decision and responsibility. Accountability means answerability that the work that is given that should be answerable, and the responsibility means that he or she is responsible for the job given to him or her.
So, delegation, we have already discussed. Delegation of authority is the transfer of power from superior to subordinate. And importance of delegation also is discussed. The three elements of delegation of authority and three principles of delegation of authority are also discussed. Three elements are authority, responsibility, and accountability. Principles, very important. They say that authority and responsibility should be at par. Responsibility जितनी आपके ऊपर डाली जा रही है, authority should also be given of the same level. दूसरा क्या था? Delegated authority can be redelegated. Delegated authority can be redelegated. Once the authority is delegated to someone, it can also be delegated further at a lower level. But the responsibility still lies on number one. जिसने सबसे पहले superior ने अपनी power delegate की थी, the responsibility still lies on his head. तीसरा क्या था? ये सबसे important है, ठीक है? Delegation does not mean abdication, मतलब छुटकारा नहीं है. आपने अगर अपनी अथॉरिटी डेलीगेट कर दी है किसी को, इट डज नॉट मीन कि आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी वहां पर खत्म हो गई. द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ गेटिंग द वर्क डन स्टिल लाइज इन योर हेड. यू आर नॉट, यू कैन नॉट एब्सटेन योर सेल्फ फ्रॉम द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. एब्डिकेशन मतलब वही होता है छुटकारा मिलना एक तरीके से. Abdication, that not held responsible. It is not that you will not be held responsible for the work which you have delegated to someone else. You still will be held responsible or accountable because it was your work, right? आपने अपनी अथॉरिटी जो है आगे क्या करी, डेलीगेट कर दी, but still the responsibility will lie on the head of the one who transfers the or delegates the authority. तो important है, very good topic it is. इसी को further extend करते हैं, जब आगे बढ़ते हैं तो आ जाते हैं हम centralization and decentralization of authority is also very important in an organization. The balance of both centralization and decentralization of authority should be there in the. There are many important or crucial matters where centralization of authority is must. Policy making decisions, objective of the organization, right? क्या क्या आपके जो है strategies होंगी, budget क्या होना चाहिए, all these decisions, do you think कि everybody should be asked for क्या होना चाहिए? These are the decisions which are taken by the top level management. Very important, crucial decisions of the firm. जिसमें यही होते हैं पॉलिसी मेकिंग डिसीजंस, ऑब्जेक्टिव्स सेट करना, स्ट्रेटजीज, किसके साथ आपको वेंचर करना है, फ्रॉम वेयर टू रेज फाइनेंस, फाइनेंसिंग डिसीजंस, इन्वेस्टिंग डिसीजंस, डिविडेंड डिसीजंस. ऑल दीज डिसीजंस आर टेकन बाय द टॉप मैनेजमेंट एंड बाय वेरी फ्यू पीपल. इट इज सेंट्रलाइजेशन ऑफ अथॉरिटी. बट middle level, lower level are also given so many responsibilities, and they are given powers to accomplish work. Why? Because these work cannot be done by the, and the work has to be divided properly. Division of work should be there so that each and every work is done accordingly, and that is known as decentralization of authority. Decentralization also is similar to delegation of authority. In decentralization also, authority is delegated to many in a chain और ऊपर से नीचे जो है जब ये डेलीगेट होती है इन नंबर्स, देन इट इज नोन एज डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन ऑफ। तो दोनों का प्रॉपर बैलेंस होना चाहिए इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, देन ओनली ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैन वर्क प्रॉपरली। तो हम पढ़ते हैं डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन एंड सेंट्रलाइजेशन ऑफ अथॉरिटी। वी स्टार्ट विद centralization. Decentralization, decision making is the most important element or function of management. Each organization has its own process of decision making. Number one, centralization is the process of decision making where all the authority to decide is retained with top level management. आप साफ लिख दिया that the decision making to decide on crucial matters, the power lies in the hands of top level management, board of directors. In this, only few people are there. Few. इसलिए कह रहे हैं when the decision making lies in the hands of very few, right? It is concentrated at a particular point or a place or within a sometimes single person. जैसे sole proprietorship होती है या partnership है. Sole proprietorship and partnership type में क्या होगा? The decisions, most of the decisions, the crucial decisions will be taken by either single person or 2 or 3 partners, जो भी है। वहां पर उनके एम्प्लॉइज से उनके जितने लोग काम करते हैं, they will not be taken any opinion, उनसे कोई भी ओपिनियन, कोई भी राय मुझे नहीं लगता कि वो लेंगे, because the sole proprietor is the whole sole bearer of the profit or loss. So he decides for himself, he decides for his business. And in big companies also, the crucial decisions are always the important, significant decisions are taken by the top level management, and it is known as centralization of authority. This the organization where all decisions are taken at the apex of management hierarchy. Apex means peak, top. Apex of management hierarchy, it is called centralized organization. Number 2, decentralization is the process of decision making where the authority to decide is delegated or shared among all levels of management. In this, all the levels of management are involved. Top level also, middle level also, and lower level. हर लेवल में लोगों के पास पावर होती है, अथॉरिटी होती है टू डिसाइड अबाउट देयर, जैसे फंक्शनल स्ट्रक्चर है तो एवरी डिपार्टमेंटल हेड हैज द पावर और अथॉरिटी टू डिसाइड अबाउट इट्स पर्टिकुलर डिपार्टमेंट, उसका क्या बजट होना चाहिए, उसमें किस तरीके से हमने काम करना है। जो फंक्शनल अथॉरिटी होती है और ऑपरेशनल अथॉरिटी होती है, एवरी डिपार्टमेंटल हेड इज गिवन फ्री हैंड, आपको ये टारगेट पूरा करना है एंड यू हैव टू कंप्लीट दिस, whatever decisions you want you can take, lot of freedom is given to them, autonomous bodies बना देते हैं that you can do whatever you like but provided the target is achieved. Decentralization in detail now, because decentralization is a process of sharing of authority by many. Again, decentralization, while studying the concept of delegation, you have learned that a superior gives a certain degree of authority to its subordinate so that he is able to take up some of these responsibilities. Undertaking a responsibility requires subordinate to take decisions with the powers delegated by the superior. Whatever responsibility a subordinate takes, then he gets the power to execute, right? He gets the power to fulfill the task, and this power comes from the authority which is delegated by the superior to him. This means that while delegating, the superior directly or indirectly involves subordinate in decision making process, and the downward transfer of authority for making decisions is called decentralization of authority. I think इतना ज्यादा एक्सप्लेनेशन के बाद आपको ये तो पता चल ही गया होगा, delegation of authority when it is at a very higher level, large scale, then it becomes decentralization of authority. बहुत बड़े लेवल पे स्कूल है, जैसे प्रिंसिपल अलोन कैन नॉट सी ईच एंड एवरीथिंग, cannot teach all the subjects. So it is divided responsibility. His authority is also divided on so many things: class teacher, subject teacher, sports committee, cultural committee. They can decide on their own what is to be done, who is to take part, what can be the programs, कोई outing है, कोई picnic है, the respective teachers or committee can decide on behalf of the management or the principal on so many things. This is what decentralization of authority. It is not delegation of authority. Why? Because it is shared by so many people. The authority is delegated to many. What principal delegates to vice principal, that would be called delegation of authority. Principal जो अपने थोड़ी बहुत पावर, थोड़े बहुत decision making कि you can sign on this on my behalf or take such decisions when I am not there. That will be called delegation of. But when it is done on larger scale, then it becomes decentralization of authority. What does decentralization mean? Again, decentralization is a concept followed by organizations which delegates or shares the power to decide with all departments and all levels of management. Very important. It is shared from top to bottom, and all the levels of management are given some power to accomplish the task. अपने अपने लेवल को वहां पर जो भी डिसाइड करना होता है they can take decisions and delegate further. It is the process of dividing the decision making responsibilities among hierarchical level. Hierarchy में hierarchy का मतलब समझते हैं? From top to bottom, the full structure as to who is superior, who is subordinate, this relationship, this structure होता है पूरा, उसमें पूरी chain होती है from top to bottom, और कौन कौन जो है किसके head है, कौन किस department में है, everything is at perfect place. So you should know your place in the organization. Also, it involves delegating authority throughout all the levels. Also, it places the decision making authority to the nearest point of action, and it pushes the decision making authority down the chain of command. Down, बिल्कुल lowest तक जो है वहां तक ये chain जाती है पूरी of sharing the decision making, right? It is shared so that जो सबसे नजदीक है, ठीक है ना, nearest point of action, nearest point of action, कहीं पर कुछ हो रहा है, कोई important decision लेना है, तो उसके आसपास जो सबसे नजदीक है उसके पास तक ये पावर होनी चाहिए कि वो उसके बारे में डिसाइड कर सके, राइट? ये नहीं कि उसने परमिशन लेने के लिए अभी 3 दिन लगेंगे, या मर रहा है कोई आदमी और उसके लिए उसे परमिशन चाहिए पहले, whether I can, right? So the decision making should be nearest point of action, ताकि इतनी मतलब ज्यादा वो कह रहे हैं कि क्या होना चाहिए, डेलीगेशन होना चाहिए, शेयरिंग, डिसीजन मेकिंग इतनी ज्यादा होनी चाहिए, उसका शेयरिंग दैट ऑलमोस्ट जहां पर कुछ भी जरूरत हो किसी पर्टिकुलर डिसीजन को लेने की, तो सबसे नजदीक जो भी अवेलेबल हो, he should have that power of deciding. Okay, definitions are given, no problem. Importance of delegation, last topic of the chapter. Importance of delegation. It develops initiative among subordinates. It develops initiative among subordinate. Pratham, meaning it develops initiative. Initiative, initiate करने का मतलब क्या होता है? To start, to spark, to think on your own. कहते ना, कुछ तो initiative लिया करो. मतलब अभी तो मतलब खुद भी अपने आप जो है आगे बढ़ो and take the first step. कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है उसके सॉल्यूशन में कभी तो you should raise your hand. कोई आंसर पूछा है तो कभी तो you should raise your hand और say yes I will. इसको कहते हैं take initiative. Take initiative or come up by your own. So when decision making is shared, when the decentralization of authority is done, every employee feels important, part of the organization. Yes, I am also something in the organization, and my opinion is also counted. So it develops initiative. Number two, develops managerial talents for future. So now, develops managerial talents for future. Almugis means it develops managerial talents for future. क्या मतलब हुआ? It gives experience. It gives technical knowledge. It gives also administrative knowledge to employees. क्योंकि उनको क्या दिया जाता है? मौका दिया जाता है प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करने का, लोगों को गाइड करने का, इंस्ट्रक्ट करने का. तो मैनेजरियल टैलेंट जो है बढ़ता है, और हो सकता है फ्यूचर में कोई उसी में से क्या बने, प्रोमोट होके ऐसी जगह पे आए, ऐसे पोस्ट पे पहुंचे जो अर्लियर ही वाज नॉट, बिकॉज ही वाज न्यू और नॉट ट्रेन्ड. पीपल बिकम मोर स्किल्ड, more experienced, more efficient when they are delegated the authorities. Number third, quick decision making. How? I mean, quick decision making. Decentralization means quick decision making. It helps.
Sometimes accountable to superior, and moreover they have
Quick decision making. अभी just I told you, to the nearest point of action. When the powers are delegated or responsibilities are shared, so everybody is responsible ना. अगर युवराज के पास कोई चीज हो रही है तो युवराज सोचेगा मैं इसको कर देता हूँ, मैं डिसीजन ये लिया उन्होंने और उसको पूरा कर दिया किसी काम को, या कोई भी टास्क था जो, he is not waiting for somebody else to take decision, right? Quick decision making में it most of the times benefits organization. There is no delay. Quick. Next, relief to top management. Harvinder Singh, relief to top management.
time when top management is able to decide because of decentralization, any another employee can make new ideas. So
It does not mean that top management cannot decide. Sit down. Relief मिलता है. Relief किस लिए मिल रहा है? Their work is reduced, burden is reduced. इसलिए नहीं कि they cannot decide. इसलिए कि they when they delegate, when the decentralization is there, हम पढ़ रहे हैं importance of decentralization. When decentralization is there, middle level also, lower level will be also. There are so many issues which can be handled by these, and the top management gets relief, right? They get the time, they get they are less burdened now because their work is shared by so many. सिर्फ उन्हीं को नहीं करना पड़ेगा. It will be shared by so many people, so many departments, so many managers, that they will have free time, and that time can be utilized in some other important crucial decision making for the firm. छोटे मोटे जो है या एक पर्टिकुलर लेवल तक के बाद के जो डिसीजंस है, that can be taken by the lower levels of management. It facilitates growth and there is better control. It facilitates growth of the organization because everyone is involved in the decision making for the organization, in the better interest of the organization. So it helps. It gives more time, lesser time to top management to think over other activities, to think about expansion and growth. जब उनके पास टाइम होगा तभी तो सोचेंगे ना about expanding the business, about new ventures, about new projects, and also it helps to control, better control on the organization, because so many people are held responsible for different things. Everybody is made accountable. Accountable का बताया था, accountable means being answerable. जहां पर the employee has to answer also. One who is held accountable, he has to answer in written for non-completion of tasks, or whenever he is asked about his task, he has to give the full details. He has to give full details regarding why a particular work is not done, what were the reasons of non-completion, because the authority, the competent authority was given to him. Therefore, he is also held responsible as well as accountable for the same. So very important topic of the chapter. What do you mean by decentralization of authority? How it is helpful for the firm, or what is delegation of authority, decentralization or centralization में which one is better, or whether there should be a proper balance or mix of these so that the organization prospers. All these things can be asked in the exam. In the exercise also, from this chapter, I told you, good question, big question is asked. Functional and divisional structure के बाद ये important topic है. Functional and divisional structure के बाद, this one is the very very important. Formal and informal organization हट गया है, right? Deleted from your chapter. मैं आपको क्वेश्चन बताना चाह रहा था. ये देखिए, केस प्रॉब्लम, पेज नंबर 205. Look at the case problem, page number 205. युवराज फर्स्ट वन. अलमोइस पढ़ो, तुम भी पढ़ लो युवराज. केस प्रॉब्लम नंबर 1, पेज नंबर 205. अ कंपनी विच मैन्युफैक्चर्स, ये आपके एग्जाम्पल है. नीचे
A company which manufactures a popular brand of toys has been enjoying good market reputation. It has a functional organizational structure with separate departments of production, marketing, finance, human resource, and research and development. Related to use its brand name and also to cash on the new business opportunities, it is thinking to diversify into manufacture of new range of electronic toys for which a new market is emerging.
तो आप देख रहे हैं इसमें क्या करना चाह रहा है वो, सिंगल लाइन ऑफ प्रोडक्ट से मल्टी लाइंस और भी प्रोडक्ट्स को अपने उसमें जो है लाना चाह रहे हैं. तो क्वेश्चन देखिए क्या है. प्रिपेयर अ रिपोर्ट रिगार्डिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल स्ट्रक्चर गिविंग कंक्रीट रीजंस विद रिगार्ड टू बेनिफिट द कंपनी विल ड्राइव फ्रॉम द स्टेप्स इट शुड टेक. आंसर तो दिया हुआ है, बट क्या है, पहले तो आपको पहचानना है कि कौन सा स्ट्रक्चर वो फॉलो कर रहे हैं. दे आर फॉलोइंग फंक्शनल स्ट्रक्चर, एंड बिकॉज नाउ दे आर गोइंग फॉर डाइवर्सिफिकेशन, सो डिविजनल स्ट्रक्चर शुड बी फॉलोड. डिविजनल स्ट्रक्चर के क्या मेरिट्स होंगे वो आप इसमें लिख के देंगे, होंगे नहीं. डिविजनल स्ट्रक्चर के क्या मेरिट्स होंगे, दैट कैन बी गिवन इन द आंसर. वैसे ही नीचे ये वाला तो हट गया, इसको छोड़िए. सेकंड वाला तो फॉर्मल इनफॉर्मल है ना. थर्ड वाला, अ कंपनी एक्स लिमिटेड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्मेटिक्स which has enjoyed a pre-eminent position in business has grown in size. Its business was very good till 1991, but after that new liberalized environment has seen entry of many MNCs in this sector. तो पहले तो वो कंपनी बहुत अच्छा कर रही थी, but because of this liberalization and privatization and globalization, थोड़ा सा क्या हो गया, LPG की वजह से अब कंपनी को टफ कंपटीशन मिलने लगा है. तो कह रहे हैं विद द रिजल्ट ऑफ मार्केट शेयर ऑफ एक्स लिमिटेड हैज डिक्लाइन company has followed a very centralized business model with directors and divisional heads making even minor decisions. इसकी तरह पढ़ रहे हैं आप ये डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन की बात होगी. ये कह रहे हैं कि ये कंपनी जो है सेंट्रलाइज्ड अप्रोच से चल रही थी. सेंट्रलाइज्ड इनका स्ट्रक्चर था ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल स्ट्रक्चर में. But before 1991, this business model has served the company very well, as consumers had no choice. But now the company is under pressure to reform. तो आप क्या सलाह देंगे उसे? Of decentralization. और decentralization के फायदे गिनाएंगे, importance, उसके फायदे गिनाएंगे. That is to say, लिखा है ना, what organization structure change should the company bring about in order to retain market share? The company should introduce a certain degree of decentralization in the organization. Decentralization would involve middle and lower level of organization in decision making, which can benefit the firm to compete with the other MNCs. और फिर आप उसके बाद उसके वो गिना सकते हैं क्या? Importance of decentralization in the organization. That's all. The chapter is over. In the next class, we will start another chapter from part 1 only. And also keep your work updated and get your notebooks checked. Thank you. God bless you.